y'all, Tatiana here, and today I'm going to be doing a makeup look on this face that I got right now. This is my go-to quick, easy makeup that I do probably anytime I'm in a rush, or if I don't know what I'm going to wear but I need to get started on my makeup. This is what I'm going to do. It takes probably 10 minutes to do, and it only uses a few products. If you have oily skin, if your skin's getting a little bit more mature, okay, I'm getting a little bit older, in my 30s now, or you know, just you want something light for the summertime, then this is something I would follow, especially like I said, if you have oily skin. This is perfect also. I feel like if you're on vacation, when you're on vacation, you want to do your makeup every day because you want to look cute every day on vacation, but by the tail end of that trip, you'd be like, oh, I'm tired, I don't want to do makeup to go to dinner every single night. So if you want something you can do in 8 minutes and still look presentable, I mean, if I didn't have this lip gloss on, would you really even be able to tell that I had on makeup right now? Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to prime our face. I'm going to go in with the REFY primer. It has like this little squeeze tube. This is great if you have like oilier skin. You squeeze it. I used to always like unscrew the top for some reason, and I would always forget that it's a squeeze tube. But this is great if you have oily skin because it kind of gives you that tackiness. If you know, like those primers that kind of give you that tackiness. But it's not like extremely drying, I would say. Remember the Becca primer? It's kind of comparable to that one, but that one I would say is a little bit more drying. So I like to start with my eyebrows. I don't really put as much, I don't really put as much makeup on my eyebrows. Especially if I'm just, you know, going for something quick. So I would say it saves you a lot more time too, to just do a little something on your eyebrows, because eyebrows to me are one of the like longest parts of putting on makeup. Eyebrows and like eyelashes, eyeliner, those things take me the longest. So if you're like in a rush, you want something kind of fast, just do a more simple brow. I'm going in with another REFY product. I've really been liking them lately. They just have like a lot of good products with this. Only thing I don't like about this is the packaging. I don't enjoy the packaging of this. I don't even know what this is called. The brow pomade. So it is, and then my mirror just died. It is like a it reminds me a lot of the Anastasia Dip Brow. I keep saying like what their products remind me of, but this reminds me a lot of the Anastasia Dip Brow. But I think I like this a little bit better because my brow straps are just gonna keep showing, huh? I think I like this better. It's just a little bit like more of a drier formula. I do feel like the Dip Brow is like dry on its own too, but this just seems like a little bit more drier, a little bit more tacky. Better for more oily skin like I have. I fill out the bottom. I don't really have as much eyebrow hair over here, so I'm kind of light. And what I do is I only try to fill in where there is no hair instead of just filling in the entire eyebrow. I feel like that makes it just look a little bit more natural. At the front, I'll do my hair strokes like upwards. I won't do them vertically. I won't do them horizontally. I'll do them vertically because that's the way that I comb my hair. So whichever way you want your eyebrow hairs to lay, that's the way that you draw your eyebrow hairs. I know that sounds like common sense, but I feel like I did not realize that until recently. Just lightly fill in where you see gaps. I use very little, like one dip, and then I'll scrape off the sides because you want your brush to be as thin as possible. And that's another thing I don't like about this. Like, I'm never going to remember to wash this brush because it's not with my brushes, it's with my makeup. And I feel like if you're going, also when you're going for a more natural look or just like an everyday quick makeup look, please don't be so focused on making your eyebrows look the same. Please, because I feel like my natural eyebrows don't even look the same. So when you put on makeup and you're trying to do your eyebrows and you're so focused on them being exactly identical, and even if you do achieve that, it looks less natural, which is not what we're going for. Definitely not twins, barely sisters, maybe cousins. We want, as long as we can get them to look like cousins, as long as they're neat and look kind of similar, that's all we care for. But this eyebrow is shorter, so I try to drag it out a little bit, but I didn't drag it out that much. Then also always keep a lighter hand at the beginning, because if you don't, you'll end up with those, you know, block brows, and that's not what we want. Then we want to go back in with our spoolie and kind of blend those hairs out even more. Anything that just looks a little bit too harsh, and just, you kind of have to put your eyebrow hairs back where you want them, because when you're like drawing over them, they kind of just, of course, move around and stuff like that. So just put them back where you had them, back where you want them, but you want to make sure you comb them out at first so you can see kind of what you're working with, and then you can see where you actually need to be putting your top. I feel like bras are just made to go with like no tops that they make nowadays. Like, I feel like tops nowadays, unless you have like a baggy shirt, a baggy t-shirt, your bra's gonna show. It just bothers me. Anyways, so I'm gonna go with some concealer. I like to do my skin tone a little bit more tan right now, so a lot of my products are kind of off, like color wise, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna just outline the bottom. That's the main part I like to do, because that's where a lot of my little hairs that need to be gone are. So I kind of just mainly focus on that, and then if I have any left over on my brush and I feel like I need to add, I'll do that. I'll just put it over here. But I like to do that outside first, because like I said, even with this, the concealer, you don't want it to be too heavy in the front. That looks so much better. So next we're gonna go into a skin tint. This is the Summer Friday Sheer Skin Tint, which is one of my favorite skin tints. I'm trying to get more like into the like natural thing. This has just kind of been like my natural makeup routine lately, but this has been one of my favorite things. Is this might be, yes, a little bit light, but like I said, we're gonna make it work. I use probably like 3 or 4 drops for my whole face, and I go with the beauty blender and I just dab it very lightly. And that's the key too. Don't, when your makeup starts to look cakey when you just put too much on, especially if you're using a lot of products, like be light-handed. You can always go in and add more. It's definitely harder to take off. See how it just kind of gave me just a nice base to work with. Do you see that? I need better lighting. And you see, you can still see my skin through it. It's not like a complete foundation. You can still see my skin through it, but it just kind of gives you like a filtered look. We're just gonna be going in with one concealer. I feel like a lot of people nowadays are using 2, but when you want to just a very natural kind of makeup look, let's just go with one. So we're gonna go in with this Hourglass concealer. I'm going to be going in under my eyes. Conceal where you like to conceal. I feel like everyone's different. Like, where is it that you like to conceal? If you have dark marks that you want to, those you definitely need to use something under your skin tone though. But I am trying to highlight a little bit here while also concealing. So I'm going to do very little. I'm not going to even do the whole under eye. I'm going to do the inner corner and the outer corner. Can't really see. Okay. And I like to just kind of balance out my face. I'm gonna put some on my chin and just a little bit on my nose, straight down, just to kind of give it some definition. Because one thing, my nose, when I put like powder and stuff on, my nose starts to look very flat. Not flat as in a flat nose, but like flat as in you can't almost even see it, because it's just like everything is just so matte. This concealer dries really fast. It gets tacky pretty fast. I like that though for oily skin as well, and I feel like I like it even for like if you have like fine lines on your eyes, because once you set it, it's not really going to move as much. That's what I like about this concealer. So I will go in pretty fast. I know most concealers you need to let kind of dry down for like maybe like a couple minutes, and it blends out really beautifully. But this, especially if you're in a rush, you're quick, this dries down fast, 30 seconds. Basically while you're putting it on your face, by the time you're done, you can start blending it out. I do want to buy that concealer though in my skin tone, because it would be really, really pretty. And you want to look up. Don't make any hard faces, like I'm not gonna do it right now, but like, you know, the face people make even when they're putting on mascara, don't make those hard faces, because that's gonna just create lines and places for your makeup to settle. See how it's like this side is already a little bit harder to blend out than the other one because it's dried down so fast. But that's a habit that I've been working on trying to break too, because I just feel like I've always, when you see people do makeup, they're making those faces, and no, don't do that. Keep your face as still as you can. Don't forget any like crevices or corners, because when you forget areas of those, it just creates like, it just makes it obvious that you have on makeup, because it creates spaces where you don't have on makeup. So get every little crevice and corner. That's like one of the biggest things I can say. Okay, we're back. My light died, but we're back in business. So if the angles look different, it's because I had to readjust some things, okay? I had to keep the light plugged in. Next, we're gonna go into with a Rare Beauty blush. This is in Grace. This is like a really pretty pink color. This is probably one of the favorite ones I have, and these last so long, like you're never gonna run out of this. You're gonna buy this and you're not gonna ever have to buy this ever again. We're gonna blend. I like to just do 2 dots. I think that's enough for me. If you're more fair skinned, then maybe just 1. If you're darker, maybe 3. And I feel like with blush, contour, all of that, put it higher than you think you should. Put it higher, put it where you think you should put it, go higher than that. Because it gives you like it gives you a lift. It lifts your face when you put everything a little bit higher. This is my favorite color to go in with when I'm like tan. The SACHA Buttercup setting powder. I feel like even like darker complexions can use this. You wanna dab your puff. I'm using the e.l.f. puff. Dab that in there, but dab off the excess. You don't want a lot, because if you go in with a lot of powder, it's going to settle into those lines. You just want to go in with a very, very light amount. Look how much I put on my hand. I feel like it's a very big difference. Like this side looks so much more diffused than this side. And I just go in with the excess that's on my hand. And I go in with, and then I go into the other side. We're gonna go in with a little bit more on our nose, because that's where, wherever you get oily, focus your powder there. I get oily on my nose, so I'm gonna focus some powder there. We're gonna let that cook a little bit. What do they call it? Bake, you know. But I really wouldn't say bake, because we're not really baking it, because it's gonna be on there for till right now. So 30 seconds later. We're gonna let it cook, and then we're gonna go in with a powder of our skin tone, and we're gonna start dabbing it away. Kind of dab it, kind of not really dabbing it away, kind of more so pressing it in. But I like to do this with the color of my skin tone, because I feel like I can diffuse things off a little bit easier. I can put it all over. And I like a flat brush for this. This brush is an e.l.f. brush. It's $1. I don't know if they still make this. This is my second time buying it. But I love this $1 e.l.f. brush. This is like one of my favorite things for packing on powder, but it not looking like too cakey. I just have not found another brush that does what this does. This bronzer that I feel like gives such like a beautiful natural look. I don't know if all of them do this. Well, they probably do. They're just like, I'm gonna say what it is. It's the NYX Buttermelt bronzer. I got the shade Butter Off. They have so many different shades. I feel like a lot of people could find a color that would work for them. But they're like rose tone bronzers. Like I was like pinky toned. They're not very orange. They don't pull very orange. Now, you're probably looking at this and like, what pinkiness in this? But if you're familiar with like bronzers and stuff like that, then you know that these colors that they have in this line are unlike any other like bronzer tone that I've seen. If you know another like bronzer that is kind of like these is it Buttermelt? I'm gonna call them Buttermilk. If you know anything that's like these, then please let me know. But I literally have not found anything. So we're gonna go in with this angled MAC brush, and I'm just kind of chiseling myself out a little bit. But you want to just put this in spots just to kind of warm up your face, lift the face. I don't really contour my nose, but I do like to just warm it up with a little bit of bronzer as well. And then we want to add some to our crease of our eye to tie that all in together and to give our eyes a little bit more life, definition. Next, we're going in with a Juvias Place blush. I love their blushes. I think they're so beautiful. This is the only one I have. I love their blushes, but they are just so beautiful. They're always out of stock. I used to only buy them online until they started getting sold at Ulta, but now I never really do. But the blushes are beautiful, but every time I go in, most of them are sold out, but there's a few more that I want. I'm gonna take these two, I'm gonna mix them. We're gonna just go over kind of where we placed the blush before. And you see how I move when I hold it like this? I'm kind of getting it everywhere. Kind of make sure it's well blended, but this is more me trying to pack it on a little bit. We're pretty much done here. I'm gonna go in, because I forgot to do this earlier, with some brow glue by NYX as well. NYX has a lot of good affordable things. So we're going in with the NYX glue, the brow glue. My brows are laminated. Well, they haven't been laminated for like 3 weeks, but they were laminated, so they're not as like unruly as they usually are. But even when my eyebrows weren't laminated, this stuff would come in handy because it just holds. This for sweating, oily skin, summertime. This is going to keep you locked in. And actually, we're going to go in with our setting sprays now. Speaking of lock in, we're going to use two. That's the key for me, is using like a hydrating one that's going to kind of get those powders to not look so powdery on your face, and then to use one that's going to keep you mattified. So we're going in with two. We're going in with the Max Fix Plus. This is a call favorite. You just really can't, I can't find nothing else like it. It's like, it is water-like, but it's not water. I don't know what they put in this. I really don't know the ingredients, but it's actually amazing. Then next we have the One Size On Till Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. This is gonna, like you said, lock it in. This, once you put this on, I hope that your makeup is how you want it to be, because it's not gonna move. It's going to stay on. If you have oily skin, this is for you. If you have dry skin, please stay away from this. Please do not use this. I think you would hate this. I think you would hate this. But this, if you have dry skin, you will love this. You might not need anything else. This will be your best friend. If you're oily, some people I feel like it's not gonna keep your makeup on. It's not gonna help that at all. It's gonna help your makeup just look like skin though. But you don't want to just put something like this on and leave. Your makeup in 30 minutes is gonna look a mess. When you put this on though on top of it, it's gonna lock it in. So we're gonna go in with the Fix Plus first. I have like probably 4 of these sitting in my drawer. Like, I love this. I've probably gone through 6 or 7 of them in my lifetime. Let that dry. I had a fan, but it broke, so we're changing our hands. But use your fan, please, because once you put that on there, you want it to kind of stay. You don't want it to start dripping. So that's why you don't want to put too much, because if you put a lot on your face, your makeup will start to drip, literally. Next, we're gonna go in with the One Size. Spray this all over. And this is strong smelling, so you're gonna be tempted to squeeze and squint your face. Don't do that, because your makeup is still, it hasn't set yet. Don't do that. Just try to resist the urge. Hold your breath if you have to. Close your eyes. It smells like chemicals. Extremely flammable. Extremely flammable. Anyways, we're gonna go in with I love a lip liner from the Beauty Supply. I just have never been tempted to spend a lot of money on lip liners, but I have been. No, I'm lying, because those Fenty ones that have just came out, I want at least like 4 of them. But this is just a lip liner from the Beauty Supply store. Get any color. I like to use a dark lip liner. I like my lip liners to be extremely dark. I feel like it just shows up better on my skin tone. This one actually isn't that dark. I could go darker, but this is this is more of a natural, quick, everyday look. Your lips kind of get lost behind your makeup too. This is lip liner is kind of like contour for lips. You want to rub it in. You rub it in so much that you really see it. See how it just kind of gives you warmth to your lips. Next, we're gonna go in with a Beauty Supply Store lip gloss. Clear lip gloss, I just feel like never goes out of style. I feel like when I have my clear lip gloss on, you can't see the lines on my lips as much. So tip for getting a little bit older, you know. We're in our I'm in my 30s now, so there's things I have to do. It kind of just like fills in the lines. You can't really see them. It's gonna go with everything. When you're in a rush, you don't have time to think about what color lips am I gonna put on. No. Curl your eyelashes. It's gonna make your eyelashes just look so much more put together. You're gonna be able to see them better. I don't have much, but I do curl them, and I feel like my mascara just goes on so much prettier. So we're gonna curl our eyelashes, and then let's put our mascara on. I feel like that just makes the biggest difference, and my natural eyelashes is curling them. I got some mascara up here. If you get some mascara somewhere you don't want it to be and you don't really have like a crazy makeup look on, use a spoolie. It comes right off. Let it dry first. I didn't really let this one dry as much first, but it's okay. But a lot of people are getting away from lash extensions, and they're beautiful to me. I think they look great, but I just don't do well. I can't wash my face how I want to do them, or how I want to wash it. I can't lay back and just sit still for hours, my eyes closed. I get a headache, my neck starts to hurt. Chat. I just don't like the process. And I know I only ever have gotten full sets because I never go back for a fill. I know when you get a fill, you're probably not laying there as long, but I literally just can't do it. And it's expensive. To me, it's just not worth it. I'd rather put that money to somewhere else. I love the look at them, but I think the most I'm willing to pay for a full set is probably like $150. You can't even find that price no more. You can't get a full set for $150 no more. These girls are charging $225. And I get it. You gotta pay what you're worth, and everything's expensive. Everything went up, so they gotta, you know, keep up with their lifestyle and stuff too. I get it, but no man. I'm not doing it. This is the look. This is it. This is it. This is like a quick, you know, 10-minute, I would say, makeup look. This probably would have took me 8 minutes if I wasn't recording. Quick little 8-minute makeup look that you can do if you have oily skin, you're getting a little bit older, you're trying to figure out how to, you know, I've had to change the way I do my makeup. I can't do my makeup the same way I did when I was 21. So I had to do things a little bit different, and I'm just loving the natural look. I'm loving the ease of it and how I just look like myself. Do I still want to dibble dabble into some crazy look? Absolutely, because makeup is fun. Makeup is art. Maybe I'll try to do an updated like drugstore only version, but this is like my everyday like go-to. If I'm just want something quick, I don't want to think about, or I don't know what I'm wearing yet, but I need to at least start my makeup, I'm throwing this on and I'm in a rush. Oily skin, great for oily skin, great for the summertime. It feels very light. There feels like there's nothing on my face. I kind of use a lot of powders, but when you're on the more oilier side, you kind of have to use a little bit more powder than normal just to kind of keep your makeup intact. But this right here, even if you didn't use, you could use probably less powder if you got this. But yeah, I just want to thank y'all for watching. Thanks for sticking with me throughout this video. I know the camera angles might have been chaotic. I know the lighting has been chaotic because none of my stuff is charged up, but that's a whole different story. Thanks for watching, and come back for another video. Bye.